Welcome, everybody, to wisestake.com MMA DFS podcast. I'm your host, Jeff, aka Wigsplitter, aka Wiggy McWiggleston, coming at you with another 3-pack to start your GPP lineups out with. Before we get into that, let's do some shameless plugs. If you're not already a wisestake.com subscriber, head on over to wisestake.com. Pick up an MMA single event pass for $4.99. That's right, it's less than a value meal at McDonald's. You'll gain access to the premium article where I do a full fight-by-fight breakdown with my cash or GPP play for that fight. You'll also gain access to the 24-hour day, 7-day chat room on the website. All my previous articles and premium podcasts are also available for you to be able to go through and peruse if you want to go back and look at other previous stuff. Also, there's a live stream the day of the event with a question and answer session at the end of the show. If you also play other DFS sports and you want to learn how to be a better DFS player, you can pick up the All Sports Monthly Pass for $24.99. You'll gain access to all the active DFS sports that are in play right now: Major League Baseball, NBA, WNBA, PGA, NASCAR, MMA, of course, and then all the other sports as they come back in, NFL, NHL, and we are now offering League of Legends esports content. It's really exciting, as well as also what's included in your $24.99 monthly subscription is access to the VIP Slack chat, projection models, strategy sessions, as well as live streams for Major League Baseball the day of the event. So let's jump right into the action. We have the 3 fights I'm going to target are Marlon Moraes, Henry Cejudo, Aljamain Sterling, Pedro Munhoz, Xionan, and Angela Hill. Marlon Moraes and Henry Cejudo, honestly, I have a heavy lean towards Marlon Moraes, but you can also do the same if you're going to build, let's say, a minimum of 2 lineups. You can plug and play Marlon Moraes or Henry Cejudo in. But I think Marlon Moraes is going to come out victorious here. I think his size and power and a wide variety of strikes is going to lead him to victory against Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo is a very high-level fighter. He has proven that he can take on bigger guys, as in TJ Dillashaw, and beat them. But I just think Marlon Moraes is just too much. I think it's going to be too much for Henry Cejudo and potentially get a 3rd round stoppage. If that does come into fruition, he is going to score potentially 95 to 110 points, even higher, depending if there's multiple takedowns or if there's any takedowns or knockdowns within the fight before that. But I think this should be a fairly close fight. I don't necessarily see it going the full 5 rounds. I think both these guys are going to be looking for blood, and should be a solid fight. I'm targeting Marlon Moraes at 8,300. Now, the next fight I'm targeting is Aljamain Sterling and Pedro Munhoz. The fighter that I'm going to target for my GPP lineups is Pedro Munhoz at 7,700. Aljamain Sterling and Pedro Munhoz have been going at it on social media back and forth. Aljamain has sort of jammed Pedro Munhoz up about his failed USADA test. Pedro has refuted that, saying that it was, a false positive. But I think there's enough bad blood here where both these guys are going to come in and they're going to want to knock each other out. It's going to be a fun fight. It does concern me that Pedro Munhoz, he does leave himself open at times for getting countered and knocked down at times in his fights. But I think he's going to be able to have enough in this fight to be able to pull off the win over Aljamain Sterling. At 7,700, he definitely has 85 to 100 point potential, which would definitely be value, as well as exceeding value at 7,700. The last fight I'm going to target is Xionan and Angela Hill. Jounin has fought some, I'd say, subpar competition in her 3-fight winning streak so far in the UFC. Angela Hill is a crafty veteran. She's got speed. She has fluid in and out movement. Both these ladies are high volume strikers. You can go back through their game logs and see that they put out over 100 strikes, 150 strikes against Pereira. Pereira did a lot of grappling. Curran, who's no longer in the UFC, and Siri Kondo, that was just a straight slugfest. Angela Hill, same thing, 117. Other than the anomaly of the quick submission loss to Randa Marcos a few months back, you can see that she averages over 100 significant strikes per fight. Other than the Ashley Yoder fight, where she was wrestled pretty heavily in that fight. But I like Angela Hill and her crafty veteran savvy and her previous Invicta championship experience to be able to squeak out a decision win. And if she's able to squeak out a decision win, she's definitely going to score within the 90 to 105 point range. And at 7,100, that's definitely exceeding value. I think even in a loss, she could score 75 points. So that's value at 7,100, definitely there. I think both these ladies are going to just stand in the middle of the ring and trade. Jounin may get tired with Angela Hill's in and out movement and leave herself open for getting struck more. Angela Hill has a lot of good teep kicks to the body, a lot of combinations, throws a lot of punches and bunches. But those are the 3 fights I'm targeting. If you are building 2 lineups, you definitely could take Moraes out and put Cejudo in, and you'll have 9,100 left. Me personally, I'm going to have so far I have 6 lineups built, and I have 4 with Moraes and 2 with Cejudo. So there's a lot of value. There's a lot of remaining salary that you have left over, $8,966 for 3 fighters. So you have a lot of options there. There's a lot of great fights. There's a lot of great. There's a lot of solid close fights that could be just scoring bananas, like the Peter Yan Jimmy Rivera fight, Calvin Kattar, Ricardo Lamas, and then of course you have the co-main event with Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Ai. There's a lot of higher price fighters that you can fit in your lineup and be comfortable with scoring very well. Well, I appreciate you guys listening to me talk about MMA and DFS. If you're, like I said, if you're not already a wisestake.com subscriber, head on over to wisestake.com and you could pick up a single event pass or pick up the monthly pass, whichever you'd like. Give us a test drive. We also have single day event passes for Major League Baseball. They're only $2.49. You'll gain access to all the content, but you will not have access to the Wisestake Slack chat. If you're listening to us on Podbean and iTunes, leave us those 5-star reviews. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, like and share the button. Like and hit that share button. The more exposure we get, the more we appreciate it. We do a lot of these videos for free. Free content for you guys is always great. It keeps us busy as well as helps you learn what we're all about. As always, have fun and let's make that money. Yes.